So there are several artifacts that I grew up with. There's the samovar. I don't know if you've heard of the samovar, but you've heard of it. So it's basically a huge teapot that's set out for welcome in Russian households. There are Imperial Fabergé eggs, which are colorful stones shaped into eggs for Easter. There are all the old fairy tales that I would fall asleep to, and then there's the matryoshka. So there are many different cultural artifacts, like I mentioned before, but I chose the matryoshka because I feel like it's recognized thousands of miles away from Russia in countries all over the world. But I wanted to know, what do you really know about them? So, according to encyclopedia.com, the first of its kind came about in the 1890s, carved by Vasily Stovskin and by a design Sergei Malyutin. The original set, not this one, it's about 110 years old. The original set had the outermost girl holding a rooster, which symbolizes something that I'll get into later, and is dressed as Seraphim, which is a Russian peasant dress. 6 inner dolls were girls, the 5th being a boy, and the last, the innermost, is a baby, a bundled baby. So, like I mentioned before, each doll typically carries a separate thing. My set doesn't. This is like the new complex version. The original set, each doll is supposed to carry something. Like a loaf of bread would mean a welcome, a symbol of welcome in a household of Russia. A bowl of salt would be its family offering its wealth to its guests. So this doll, this nesting doll, was deliberately given meaning when it was created. And you might know that they're typically small. My set is actually quite large. But they're small, they're brightly painted, and come with miniature versions of themselves. And I actually looked into it a little more because all I have ever known is that when I grew up with it, they're kind of fun to stack in with each other and play, and just play house and stuff. But I had to go into a little further to my parents, actually, because they actually grew up in Russia. I didn't. But I wanted to know what they knew factually about these dolls, since all I've ever known is that they're fun to play with. So I learned that these dolls have a huge backstory filled with symbolism. For one, these sets typically come in a series of 7, which is what I have right here, which is a lucky number, as most of you may know. The representation broken down depicts generation, largest to smallest. And the matryoshka doll actually translates to little mother doll. Matr meaning mother is a root word for mother, and oshka is a diminutive word of the previous word, meaning little, small, or cute. So they also have another name which kind of breaks down this symbolism even more. And they go by the name babushka dolls, which translates to grandmother dolls. I knew this doll was a cultural artifact, and I grew up with playing many versions of itself. Though the doll isn't really a toy. The first idea of the doll is that the outermost figure is the eldest mother, the grandmother, the great-grandmother, usually, and goes down the line to the last generation of grandchildren, the baby. These dolls were given to young women from their loved ones. It's the idea that the outermost doll holds her babies inside like an expectant mother, and that each daughter in turn becomes a mother themselves. They are symbols of fertility, motherhood, and family. They also have a modified egg shape to symbolize new life. So these nesting dolls have been around for a little more than a century and bear more meaning than you can expect. So the symbolism behind these dolls is culturally rich. There's so much going on within them and outside of them. They're small, cute, and well-crafted. The idea that they're given as a symbol of luck for family and its generations is what will keep me passing them down my family line as we're intended to do. Thank you.